I want to talk to you today about hair loss. Now, the thing is, there are several causes of hair loss, which I'm going to run through, and how to deal with them, and also how to make a shampoo which you can use for hair loss. First of all, the main reason for male pattern baldness, which is where you do have a receding hairline and it disappears, and you end up with bits around the side like that, is obviously testosterone. Now, there is a link, don't want to worry you, but there is a link between cardiac disease and loss of hair. Now, this is a clue as to what's going on in that situation. What's happening is the small blood vessels in your head are failing to get the blood to the follicles of the hair, and as a result, the hair doesn't receive enough oxygen, can't continue to divide and grow, and therefore grows very short before it falls out. This is known as telogen effluvium. The other form of baldness is diffuse hair loss, where it gets shed all over, and that affects men and women probably not equally, actually. It probably affects women more than men. Now, there are several reasons for this as well. One of them is stress. That's a very common reason for hair loss, and that can be dealt with herbs such as valerian, chamomile, and betony. The other reason for it is underactive thyroid, where you will also get weight increase, and you can measure an underactive thyroid by swallowing some water and timing the amount of time it takes for the water to reach your stomach using a stethoscope. If it takes a long time, then chances are you've got an underactive thyroid. You don't need thyroid function tests and all that stuff. That's abstracting it from the real situation. Now, another herb you can use for baldness is ginkgo, because it's a cerebral circulation stimulant. It actually stimulates the circulation to the scalp as well as to the brain itself. So that's one option. Another one is to reduce, it must be avoided if you're taking clot thinning, blood thinning drugs though. And the other one is, or another one is rosemary, which is here. Now, this is the rosemary essential oil, and this is where I start to show you how to make the hair loss shampoo. Right, first of all, take 500 ml of shampoo base. This, if you can't find shampoo base, by the way, obviously I'm lucky because I get shampoo base from a wholesaler, but if you can't find it yourself, what you do is instead of that, you just go down your local shop and you buy your own shampoo and mix it yourself. Right, now I put 250 ml in there now. The next thing to do is to put 2% of the rosemary essential oil in there. Now that's equivalent to about a tablespoonful, but if you've got a measuring cylinder, obviously it's better. So what you do at that point is you get your rosemary oil here, rosemary essential oil, as opposed to rosemary the tincture or rosemary tea, although that will have some benefit, but rosemary essential oil is obviously a lot more concentrated. You measure 10 ml in, which is like that. Hold on, there it is. So that's 10 ml. You can see that. Right, now, you notice that I've only put half of the shampoo base in. The reason for this is because it will mix more easily if I put half in, because what I can do then is I can put the rosemary essential oil in the middle and then put the rest in, which is what I'm going to do now. So you put the rest in, like that. By the way, if you're worried about sodium Laureth sulfate, or sodium lauryl sulfate, there are things you can do about that. You can make your own shampoo base, provided you pH balance it, using potassium hydroxide and vegetable oil, but then you need to remove the glycerine. Now, as you see, when I mix it up, it's gradually going to become pearly or cloudy. And you know it's done when it starts to look homogeneous. Like that. So that's now sort of creamy looking, like that. Let's see if I can do that. I always have problems with doing this. Right, okay. Now, then you get your bottle, which needs to be a plastic bottle because it has to be squeezable. You put your funnel in, and you gradually pour in your shampoo. The reason it has to be plastic is it makes it easy to squeeze it out. If you have a glass bottle, it's probably going to be stuck in there unless you've got some sort of pump action way of getting it out. So, anyway, there you go, 500 ml of anti-hair loss shampoo. Now I'm going to show you my hair now, because I do actually have a slight bald patch, I think. But I'm 45 years old, and all my uncles were in their 20s when they went bald. So here it is. I don't know if you can see that, because I'm now looking at the ground. Obviously there is something there, but remember I'm 45, and so I'm doing pretty well really, compared to the rest of my family. So, there you go, hair loss shampoo, and I'll see you tomorrow. Please rate, comment, and subscribe and share this video if you like it. If you dislike it, tell me why you don't like it. Thank you, and see you tomorrow.